Hey everyone, it's Lindsay, and this is going to be a review and giveaway of the new Wet n Wild Spring Forward 8-pan palettes. I picked these up probably about a week and a half ago. I got them at a local, family-owned drugstore. So I know that every time these Wet n Wild limited edition products come out, they can be hard to find, and people just have a hard time finding them or knowing where to go. So I know they're often in Walgreens, CVS. I will link the Nouveau Cheap website, the blog. I follow her blog. I love it. If you're into drugstore makeup, she posts every week the weekly drugstore sales and everything, and just lots of drugstore product reviews. Well, she has at the top of her website, no matter what page you're on, you can click and there's an interactive map. So when people find these palettes, wherever they are, they can go on there and put a little blip so that everybody else knows where to find them, which is great. So I don't know really where to tell you to find them, but look, I will link her blog below so that you can check them out. I picked up both. As far as I know, there's only two. This one is Nude Awakening, and this one is Going in the Wild. And I did my look today using these palettes. I mainly used Going into the Wild. The one shade I did use from Nude Awakening is this brow bone color, and I've been using this kind of a lot lately. I really like a matte or satin light nude shade for all over crease or highlighting, and so that's the one that I used kind of on my lid and as a brow bone. And then in the Going into the Wild palette for this look, I used this eyelid shade. Is fabulous. It's like a pinky lavendery shade, and it's so pretty. It's pretty shimmery, but it's really pretty. And I used that in the crease, and then I put this crease shade, this lilac color, in on my lid, and then I softened the look. And then I also used this dark definer. It's like a dark purple, but it comes across more black, and I used that in the crease and on the outer corner and underneath, and I softened everything up with this shade. But I was just kind of playing around and using these. I've been using them for a couple days now, and I wanted to do something using the purples. I've been using more of the nudes, which I'm just naturally drawn to. And so this is the one I did using the purples. So I kind of find a little more smoky than I normally go day to day. But so I wanted to swatch these for you. Let me grab a paper towel here. So the first one I'll swatch is Going into the Wild. Now I will say, when I first got these, I swatched all of the colors and wasn't crazy. I don't really have to review these because everybody knows that Wet n Wild eyeshadows are fabulous. There's gonna be a couple shades here and there that are not good, but for the price, these are $5 a piece. You just can't beat it, and for the majority of them are just excellent quality. So when I was first swatching them, the swatches weren't incredible, so I was thinking, maybe these aren't the best ones. But once I'm using them, they're really good. So the swatches can sometimes be a little misleading, but I will start here. This is going down this side. This is the brow bone shade, similar to the brow bone shade in the other palette, but this one is shimmery, whereas the other one's more matte or satin, and definitely more sheer. I'll swatch it there and you can see how sheer it is, but it can be built up. This is this eyelid shade that I'm just loving, and you can see it's kind of a cool purpley pink shimmer, and that's what it looks like swatched. And again, I just feel like the swatches don't do these justice, but here's the crease color, just a really fun, cool lilac shade, which is why I painted my nails a lilac today. And that's what that looks like swatched right there. And then this last shade, this definer, kind of a letdown for me. It looks like the same one that's in another one of the 8-pan palettes, the purple 8-pan palette, the one that's, I think, always around. A really dark, plummy, glittery shade, but it's an overspray. From what I can tell, the purple doesn't go all the way through the glitter. And I'm okay with that. I'm still not a fan of oversprays. I feel like it's a little dishonest. But I'm not in love with the color because it comes across as black. You can see, I was hoping it would be a really rich, plummy purple, and it's really cool tone in black, which can kind of make it a little flat. and just like harsh. So those are the purpley shades. Let me try and wipe my fingers off the best I can. Okay, going down this kind of green side, here is the brow bone color. I haven't used this. This is a very yellow gold color. And I don't have to say that I don't use these as they say. They say brow bone, eyelid, whatever, but you know, you mix them up to whatever you want. So there's that shade. Here's the eyelid shade, this gorgeous, like minty grass green color. And I swatched it pretty heavy and came off kind of chalky, but wow, that one is super pigmented. So you just need a little bit of that and blend it out. Here's this crease color, which is a really nice cool tone brown with probably a touch of a green undertone in it. But really nice if you're looking for, which I'm definitely drawn towards cooler colors. And so that's that. And then the definer color is same concept as the purple one, but it's like a black green. So you can see it there. And it has glitter, but again, I'm pretty sure it's just an overspray. And then here's it swatched. So you can see a difference between the two. Here is that purpley shade and the green shade. So you can tell it is purple, but still, again, I wish it was more of that like really gorgeous, just rich purple shade. So let me try and clean my fingers off here the best I can. And then I will go on to swatch the Nude Awakening palette. This is the one I've been using the most, just because it's got all these fabulous neutrals. And the one thing that I feel like is missing from this palette, which what can you expect? It's a $5 palette, you're getting 8 awesome shadows already, is like a good mid-tone crease blending color. I guess, like, and matte, I guess this color could be it, but it's still pretty dark and it's pretty warm. I wish there was like probably 2 shades lighter than this, something between this and the brow bone color that was matte, and something to help blend them out, because there's a lot of these darker colors and a lot of shimmery, but I tend to like, I like to put a shimmer in the crease and then kind of blend it out with a matte so that it's not just so much light reflecting and it's not so much shimmer. It helps give it some more definition. So I do wish that was in here, but you know, what can you do? Okay, so here's the brow bone shade. I already swatched it. Swatching with the wrong hand here. Here's the brow bone shade that I already swatched for you. Love this. I'm a big fan of these type of shades. So you can see, great pigmentation. Here's this eyelid shade, which is like a mid-tone nude shimmer. A little bit of a goldy gold shimmer, and that's what it looks like it's coming off, I think, a little cooler on camera. In person, it's probably got a little bit warmer than that, but really pretty, like just a great versatile shimmery color. Here's this crease, which I do not have, Soft Brown by MAC. I know everyone else does, but it looks like a similar color to that. Maybe, it's pretty warm. Again, they're showing up a little cooler on camera here. A great, light brown shade, but I have some redness around my eyes, so if a shade pulls orange, it can look not so good on me. So this is a color I probably won't be using a lot, but it is, like, look at that payoff, that's incredible. And then here's this definer color, which I'm sure you can play with. It looks pretty ugly in the pan. It's kind of like a yellowy brown, or maybe a little greenish, like not a very attractive color, but using it to smoke something out, I'm sure you can really work with it, and it does have a little bit of that shimmer to it. But again, I think it's probably, I don't know if it's shimmer the whole way through. It might be. It's not as glittery of a look as the other ones. So then, let me try and wipe off my fingers here. Going down the next side, here is the brow bone shade, which is dark for a brow bone. You can kind of see my last color underneath there, but that's what that looks like. Really pretty. I haven't even used that one yet, but now that I see that is, look at that, how metallic and shimmery that is. You can see similar in finish to the eyelid color on the other side, but a little more coppery colored. Here is the eyelid shade. This one is a cool brown, darker brown shade. Again, a shimmer, but not quite as metallic-y as that brow bone. Here is the crease color, and this is like a gunmetal, and you can see it kind of came off a little chalky looking, but it's just because this one is so soft. Chalky probably isn't the right word because it's super pigmented, but it's just so soft that I probably rubbed it a little too hard. Wow, that one is insane. And then here's the definer, which is just a black, kind of glittery, black with a little bit of glitter in there. So here are the swatches from the two palettes. Love them if you can get your hands on them. I mean, always worth it, $5. You get a ton of eyeshadows, excellent quality. There was not one in there that the only one, if I had to say, that I was not as impressed with, which even saying that, I still have been using it, is here, these two, the two brow bone colors in the Going in the Wild palette. If you can see them here, they're so sheer and they look a little chalky, like they're not covering my skin evenly and nicely. But what I've been using this one for, that brow bone shade in the purple side, has been to go over. I don't use it as a standalone color. What I'll do is I'll take like the brow bone shade from the Nude Awakening palette, put that kind of all over my lid, and then go over with that shimmery highlight color over top. So I already have like a base color, and then that just adds a little bit more dimension, a little bit of shimmer and sheen. So, but seriously, overall, fabulous. I've been having a lot of fun playing with them, and for $5, you just can't beat it. So I did pick up an extra of each of these. So I have one of each to give away. International, open internationally to anyone, just as long as you're a subscriber. If you're under 18, I'd just like to know that your parents are aware that you'll be getting a package if you're the winner from somebody you don't know. So that's basically it. I want to know how you want me to do it though. I will have two winners. One winner win one, another win the other, or I can do one winner and you win both. So totally up to you. I will kind of just pick whichever comment I'm seeing the most of. So just comment anything below, anything that you want to at all. But let me know if you would rather have one winner or two winners. And then if I see, a majority, I'll just do that. I'm totally open to doing whatever you want though. So good luck, just comment anything below. I will leave this open for a week. So let's see, today is Wednesday the 13th. Okay, so Wednesday the 20th at midnight Eastern Standard Time, I will close it. So Thursday, I'll pick the winner, and whenever I get a chance, I will upload the video announcing it. So yeah, I just wanted to show these to you because I haven't heard a lot about them on YouTube. Maybe some people have been doing videos. I haven't seen any myself, but I know once these limited edition palettes come out, there's like always this mad dash to get them because they're hard to find. There's, places you can get them is spotty. You go, they'll be sold out, and they're just really good quality for the money, which, you don't need me to tell you that. So good luck, leave a comment below, and I'll talk to you soon. See you, everybody.